All right, you guys, today is December 4th. Today is launch of Transform 20, which is so exciting that we get to get these packs out there and ordered and all that good stuff. It looks like the materials are so awesome with the spiral notebook and the dry erase and the step and all that good stuff. So I'm super stoked about that. Obviously, we can't start the program until January, but at least we get a couple of the preview workouts. And I know it's kind of confusing at first with people are like, when are we starting? So I myself am going to be doing the hybrid. And Diana, I actually did Lift 4 after you posted that you did Lift 4 too. So I did T25 and Lift 4 because it's like, okay, right? Like 25 minutes and then lifting. So anyway, that might be kind of just every day kind of a mood thing if I want to add on Lift 4. But I did want to kind of follow the hybrid so that it gave our customers something to follow and lead up to Transform 20, so they're not just kind of hanging out until that program actually sets off. So we do have a team group going. My coach Heather is also in there, and she's adding her customers, so which is cool. So we can have a big group with our team and our coaches and customers and make it fun and exciting. So feel free to add anytime throughout the month or throughout whenever. So that's going on. I know the online office is wonky today. I mean, what do we expect? Right? Anytime we have anything big happen, it's like blah, blah, blah. So if you do notice any like orders that you think went through that aren't showing, they're working on it, and as a matter of fact, they said they're doing some sort of maintenance thing like right now. So just to let you know that. The 3-day refresh challenge pack will remain on sale through the month $140, which is basically getting the 3-day refresh for $10. So if you guys want to promote that at all or have some sort of group, I don't know, just ideas if y'all have any on that. And other than that, I didn't know what to talk about tonight, but I did find a video in the roundtable that Julie Voris got together with some of the newer 5-star diamond and above coaches who are rocking their business, and they're newer and they're up and coming. So I thought that was really cool. And they're sharing basically how they do new launches and how they've had success with them. So I grabbed the video. It's an hour long, but I'm going to fast forward to that meet because it's only like 25-30 minutes for that part of it, and we can just watch it together. I started watching by myself, and I thought, why don't we just watch it together? So hopefully that's fine with you guys. All right. Let's see. Let's do that. Is that it? I think that's it. Yes. Okay.
That kind of thing. I don't like that. I went.
It was around 30 mark. Okay.
A website that we're doing, but we do. It's called Instagram or whatever, YouTube or whatever else you might want to do. We do have that capability now, and ours is free. So why not be using it? Yeah. Excellent. Yay. Okay. We are going to switch to product launch because we got a big one tomorrow. So Logan, will you come on please and share with us your tips and strategies for a product launch?
Yes, I am here. Okay. So this launch is a little unique for me, like being able to having gone through the test group and everything. So I just mentally feel a little bit more equipped to help my team. And I feel like in the past, whenever I have stumbled or struggled a little bit with helping my team launch something, it's because I've just felt intimidated by whatever the program is, and I just didn't know quite enough about it. So like when 80 Day in Session came out last December, well, I was having a baby last December. So my mind was kind of there, but Time Nutrition was like a new concept that I didn't understand what it was yet. And like when To Be Mindset came out, I was like, okay, I know that it's like a nutrition thing and you watch videos, but I don't quite understand how it works yet. And it was just like taking that time to be patient and become a student and learn whatever it is that I need to know, because we are so blessed that Beachbody goes above and beyond with training like everywhere to give us like all the tools that we need to effectively like launch these programs. And I'm going to be a dork and I'm going to quote Julie, but Julie, you told us on a mastermind one time, we were talking about helping new coaches and when they feel overwhelmed, and you said, you're not overwhelmed, it's just new. And giving yourself permission to just understand that it's new and to take the time to be a student and learn those details of what it is that you need to know. And honestly, you guys, the beauty about Transform 20 is that there's really no secret about the program. Like they're 20-minute workouts. The nutrition is simple. Like anybody and everybody can do this program and can get behind it. So, when it came to kind of preparing for the launch with my team, I didn't come up with this completely by myself. I have to give my friend Keisha credit because she was the one that kind of gave me the idea to break it down into chunks. So like thinking it in 3 different phases. So phase number 1 is going to be getting the team on board and committing that they are going to be doing the program themselves, because they're going to have a really hard time selling it if they are not like committed that they're going to go on the journey also. And using my own kind of experience and sharing with them, because, you know, there were a few girls that were like, well, I just didn't know if I was going to do it because I just really don't enjoy cardio. I just didn't know if this was going to be my program. And I said, oh, sister, when I sat at Summit and they announced that the new program coming out was going to be Shaun T and the crowd is going wild, I'm like clapping and excited and like slowly sinking down into my chair, because as much as I love Shaun T, his style of workouts is like the farthest outside of my comfort zone ever. And just being able to go through the test group and know that like, even though I don't love cardio, like I can do 20 minutes. And sometimes it's taking that extra like leap outside of our comfort zone, outside of our warm, comfy bed that really gets you the results that you're looking for. And that's what I found with Transform 20 and the results that I got going through it. So just knowing that you don't know until you try, and it's 6 weeks, it's 20 minutes a day. Like you can do this and you can do hard things, and we're all going to be committed and do it together. It's just going to be a non-negotiable. It's a little bossy, but I'm like, we're all doing this together and you have to be on board. And then, so phase number 2 is going to be getting our current existing like customer and client base engaged before we're worrying about all the new people. We are digging into like our customer lists and making sure, you know, all the people who have already trusted us and invested in us at one point or another, letting them know like, this is the plan for the new year. We're so excited about it. And we want you to team up and really be our accountability buddies in 2019 and, you know, get all the people that are still like doing their workouts, but also try and re-engage those people that may have fallen off. And then the third phase is bringing in new prospects by inviting people that are engaging on your posts, watching your stories, those kind of things. So my team has really kind of been focused on, like we did a team call for the team to make sure that they kind of knew like all the details of the program, what the plan was going to be as far as the launch. We're doing one of those like VIP info group people that they can add their prospects to it, so they don't have to worry about necessarily knowing all the information, because all the information is going to be there in the group. They just need to add people, then take the time to tag them in like the appropriate posts and follow up. Like we're very, very specific about the fact that you can't just plug them into the group and expect magic to happen, because the work then comes in, you know, your messages later on when you're following up. One of my incredible Star Diamonds, Leslie, created a social media posting schedule for how they can post on their social media for like, it's about like a 2-week long schedule with how they can tie in like the new program that's coming out, tying in a piece of their story to it, because that's what gets people is like, okay, big deal, the new program is coming out.
Hello, Kimbo. What's up?
What is that 20 minutes going to do for you? How is that going to change your life? And so she came up with this beautiful social media guide that just then they kind of had a direction of what they were going to be posting about. And then the last thing we did that I try really hard not to reinvent the wheel. So when I would see other like amazing coaches sharing, some of their launch guides and ideas and stuff, we just kind of compiled it into a team Google Doc that basically walks them through like A to Z, how to bring people in, how to reach out to their current customers, how to reach out to people watching their stories, basically gives them like a scripting guide of how to have conversations, because that's what freezes them up a lot of the times, is just not knowing what to say. And it's like, well, if you go back to the script document, just work from that, tweak it so it sounds like you, and then just don't be completely attached to the outcome, because that's not what we can necessarily control. But that was kind of our focus, and what helped me stay a little bit more focused is breaking it down kind of into those 3 phases of getting the team on board, getting the existing like customers and clients on board, and then obviously bringing in new people to the fun.
Well, the benefit to a Shaun T program is kind of the same as maybe with Autumn or Tony, is that he's got this stable of other workouts. So the chances of someone being on your team who may have had an experience with another Shaun T program does give them a touch point to share in their social media. Maybe they did try Insanity and maybe they hated it back in the day, and they can talk about that now. Or maybe they did T25 right after they had a baby and they loved it. So that is a huge leveraging point, that we have a trainer releasing a new workout that has a stable of programs that they probably have some sort of connection with, or they've seen him at Summit, or they've never tried something. That's also a touch point, that they've never tried a Shaun T program. So let me ask you this. Are you running right now any kind of team-wide challenge group, or is everyone sort of doing kind of their own thing, and then you're coming together for a team-wide Transform 20 challenge group? How's that process look?
So we are using the hybrid calendar that Shaun T put out, and we are hyping it up like in our info group. And we've all kind of done, we have like several star diamonds in the team. So everyone was kind of doing their challenge group with their downline like through November. But then in December, we're all coming together to do the prep calendar that he put out together. And then we'll probably move into, we'll transition into a team-wide Transform 20.
So much more fun, because there's so much more people and so much more energy. Okay, one other question about your info group, because I wrote that down. I think that's really brilliant. So you just created a brand new Facebook group, and you are dropping in what? How's that?
Yes.
Is it open? Or is it an event? Tell me about that.
So it's a closed Facebook group, and we have it scheduled out like through the units. So like when someone goes to the page,
posts.
Yes, we're using the units, and the units are like the landing page when someone first goes to the group. So right at the beginning, the first thing they're going to see is the video of like what is Transform 20. And then we have right underneath that, we have like an introduction post where there's like 3 or 4 questions asking like about their family, if they've ever done a Shaun T program, or if they're new to Beachbody. And that's kind of cool, because watching people engage with each other on there, finding similarities of people that are in the group. And then we just kind of break it down into like what you can expect with the program, like what kind of equipment comes with it, what does the nutrition look like, what we obviously have like a packages and like pricing unit where we talk about like what the available bundles are. We have a unit specifically that talks about the coaching opportunity and like the importance of being in the test group and the income potential and the discount, and like highlighting, the important things about coaching, because we are really, really putting emphasis on our team that they need to be signing their people up as coaches to get them into that test group with Shaun T, because there's just not it's not going to be the same experience if they're not in the group with him.
That is just a brilliant idea, and I'm writing it down. Stealing that, and I may or may not give you credit for it, Logan. I'm just telling you. That's really, really great. I love that so much. So it's a really great hub for people to be able to get more information.
Yes, and we will just continue. We'll continue to add people there, like as they are interested, because the launch doesn't just happen tomorrow. It's going to happen through all of December. It's going to happen through all of January, and so we're going to have this place where we can continue to plug people in, so they can get. Because I'm one of those people that I don't want to have a back and forth conversation for a week with someone. Give me the information so I can make my decision, and then how do I sign up? And I know that that's the kind of people that I attract to, because I'm a busy mom with a lot of little kids. I don't have time to just talk back and forth all day.
Yeah. Okay, that is brilliant. Loving that idea so much. Thank you, Logan. Marie, are you up and ready to share your launch strategies?
You betcha.
Yay. Hi, friends.
I took a breath 2 times in 24 hours. I'm like, dang, me and Julie are BFFs now. Okay, so I'll go super quick here. I have the 3 C's for my launch strategy, just because I like boxes and I like checklists, and 3 C's sounds nice. Any teachers up there? No, former teacher. So number 1, when there's a new program or product launch, I develop competence around that program or product. If I can't speak about what it is that I'm trying to get other people to do, how can I expect them to do that, right? So I develop competence around this, aka I educate myself via the FAQ. I go to the Celebrity Super Trainer Instagram and I look at their stories. Usually they have transformation photos. I Google transformation photos from said workout program. I look at the highlight reel on YouTube. I use the video. So I'll develop an education around whatever program or product it is. And we had 2B Mindset, did the exact same thing. When Lift 4 came out, did the exact same thing. So I developed confidence around it. That's number 1, so that I can lean in and be confident about it. That's the 2nd C. So then I become more confident about what I'm sharing about this program in my social media posts. I can talk confidently about this because I now have some understanding and education around the program or product. Me having done my education on it and really read up on it and watched the videos, etc., helps me to put myself in a position and really visualize myself doing the program. And I can't share about it confidently if I don't plan on doing it myself. So I guess that would be part of my 3 C's here is, if you're not planning on doing it yourself, don't expect people to also want to jump in, right? You can't say, do this and stand up on this pedestal if you're not also in the trenches being like, oh my God, we're doing this together. This is great. Let's go. Right? So really link arms with people instead of standing on that soapbox and pointing a finger, trying to delegate. So I get competent around the program or product. I get confident about the program or product, and I start to visualize how this can affect my life positively. I can already see now that, okay, January 14th, I have a little condo gym. I'm going to get a step from my program pack. I'm going to take the little step, my 20 steps over to the condo gym, and there's mirrors there, and it's going to be a new space for me to videotape on my Instagram stories and that kind of thing. And I can already feel myself getting excited about this program. So because I'm getting excited about it, then I can share with that excitement, and people feel energy, right? Energy doesn't lie. So that's number 2. Number 3, actually what Logan just talked about, is we create, my number 3 C is collaborative. Okay, so I get competent, I get confident, and then I get collaborative. I create a hype group, I call it, or an info group, very similarly to what Logan just said, but instead of using the unit section, which I think is very smart, by the way, I just wrote that down. Instead of using the units, what we do is we'll create a document for each thing. So I have a document that I just literally copy and paste into that new hype group about Shakeology. I've got a document about the performance stack. I've got a document about 2B Mindset. I've got a document about whatever program's coming out, document about challenge groups, document about coaching. I think that's it. Yeah, and so we share everything in those documents, and then we'll do a welcome post, and this one is really key for our info groups. The welcome post is pinned, and it has 5 different questions, and the questions are like, who are you, where you're from, what's your story with Beachbody, what's your experience. People share transformation photos in their stories with Shakeology and the programs in the comments below, and because it's pinned, new people can come in and creep those comments, and then they get more of a sense of, oh, this stuff works. Oh, there's more people who do this. This is amazing. So that's one way that we create extra excitement around it. And then the collaborative piece means that it's not just me, right? So I link arms with my success partner. They link arms with coaches on my team, Diamond and Star Diamond coaches, who want to also run with this, and we'll host the group together. So I bring up 2B Mindset because that's one of my favorite examples. And Lift 4, we did the same thing. But when 2B Mindset launched, we had a Facebook group called #GirlsThatEat, and there was like 380 of us doing the program together. 380. Like, that's a huge market for us to have gone through the whole summer doing 2B Mindset, and then we sprinkled and posted. Everybody took a week or whatever, so we shared the load, and that was really key. If you share the responsibilities, and then because there's more people, like Julie, you had mentioned, you create that energy and you create positive tension. So people do make a decision. They don't want to get left out. So those are my 3 C's. I develop competence around the program or product. I develop confidence around it because of that education. And then I get collaborative with my team, and I share that on social media, and I share why it will work for me. One of my favorite quotes, and something I think about when I'm sharing about something on social media that I'm unsure about, is, your imperfections make you human, and your humanity makes you influential. And so I think about that all the time. I'm like, okay, how can this benefit me? What's my struggle and what's my solution? And this is a solution because of ABC struggle.
You're so great. I just really enjoy listening to you so much. You're so clear, and hear your bullet points. And I love so much that your 3rd C is that collaborative piece. I feel like, and I don't know if it's like this on all teams or if it's because we're kind of a female network, but there has been this shift in culture across the board for a while that women have to do it all. We have to do it all, and we have to do it all really well, and we have to look like the Victoria's Secret models that I watched last night on the runway while we're doing it. We got to do it all, know it all, be it all, whatever. And it didn't used to be like that. Women used to be very strong in the tribe, and for whatever reason we got away from that, thought we had to do it all. And I feel that shift coming back where we are linking arms. And I've tried to encourage that in our team, and I feel that you do that as well. And I feel like the more we do, this call is a perfect example of it, but if we would just link arms within our teams, within multiple teams, and work together, the energy, the inspiration, the information, the accountability, all of that soars through the roof, and it's just so much more fun. Mm-hmm. And the business can be hard. You hear a lot of no's, and it can be draining sometimes, and you're constantly trying to fill others' buckets, sometimes without doing an adequate job of filling your own. And when you can collaborate and work with others, I just feel like, because we're doing a collaborative prep Transform 20 group right now, it's like, oh, thank goodness, because it's just so much more fun, to see all that energy in there. So I'm so thankful that you really hit on that. And, I assume that you've got leaders that step up and say, yep, I want to do this with you. Kind of how do you divvy that up a little bit?
Yeah, everybody volunteers. And just to touch on something you just said, the reason why this call and things like this are so powerful is because it's collaborative instead of competitive. And people get competitive when they are in scarcity mindset. And so all of us on this call have an abundance mindset, clearly, because we're here learning from each other. Like last night I spoke with Julie Boris on her call, and she was like, I wrote pages of notes. And I got off that call and I was like, how the hell did Julie Boris take notes for me? Like, how? I don't know. But that's the thing, that we're all open-minded and have an abundance mindset, and the people that I bring into my team have that as well. So when I say, hey, I think we should do this, what do you guys think, and what are your ideas, we get collaborative about it, and it empowers them to step into a role as a leader on the team, which helps them stay accountable and show up more than they otherwise would too. So it all works together.
It does. And aren't you looking at some of those coaches, because we all have the coaches, they're like, no, I'll do my own thing. Aren't you looking at them going, why? What are you doing? It's so dumb.
Yeah, every day.
We are going to finish with Ellie. Ellie, are you on here? We will wrap it up with you. We'll try to wrap it up. Ellie, I know you talk quickly, so we're going to wrap it up in like 5 minutes, girl. If you can share with us some of your top tips for this launch with your amazing accent, that would be fantastic.
Thanks, Julie. Okay, so we had a lot of on how we run that group, and mine is actually just the same as Logan's. The only difference is our units are disabled comments. So whereas everybody throw this big get-together party, we hate that so much. Like that whole kumbaya, my lord, we're going to get together and be like a big group of people. We hate that. Like, we hate it. We're not into that. None of my team is. We are get it in, get it done, check in, and get out. I don't care about your grandmother. But we're into fitness and help people. So how we do it, especially for a 6-week launch, like you guys, this is a marathon. You can't rah people for 6 weeks. Like no amount of hybrid calendars are going to keep the energy in there, and people that are waiting to buy will lose the momentum and not buy. It's far more effective to give them the tools and instruct coaches to be really strong in follow-up, one-on-one, and back it up with social media, and have those people transition that hope like a band camp would work. But what we do is, because I know how powerful that kind of collaboration is, that like excitement of getting it is, when you click on the info group, you go straight into the units, no comments. You can't do anything. You can just love it. You can just click love. And it works you through from the actual like video of what it is from YouTube to like all, but like don't link to YouTube for the love of God. Don't do that. But like it's downloaded into the group to like what it comes with, what you can expect from the program, what kind of body types, from transformations, all those things in the units. And then they also can't comment in the newsfeed because it's disabled too. It's like the land of the dead. And so that's really a landing page that our team is adding the people to right now. But in the feed, when we start purchasing, we start taking turns going live, and they can comment on those. Now, the big benefit to that is 6 months down the road, when a new coach has someone who Transform 20 would be amazing for and adds them to that landing page, there isn't 45 comments from 16 weeks ago and nothing since. So that becomes a library that's good for like the rest of eternity, because the program is, there's no comments. It's just, here it is, get the information. And then what we teach really heavily is follow up. Because that's really where they're going to sell it. Anyway, I hate FOMO. I hate the ring the bell when you buy your challenge pack. It makes me want to quit coaching, that kind of thing. I don't like that. Our emphasis is always do it on your time, commit when you're ready, except we're all ready and doing it right now, so maybe something's wrong with you if you're not. So that's positive FOMO. That's saying do it because we're going to do it and our energy is going to do it, not because like we're all buying it right now. Right? Like I don't want them to buy it and not do it. So the one thing I do want to touch on real quick. So however you run that group, it's the follow-up, not the group that's going to do it. I've told every single coach of mine, if you're using this business as a business, your job is to promote every single product and every single program that this company comes out with. Like, I know we all love this whole, I am branding myself. Yeah, okay, but like you have nothing to give to people outside of Beachbody in a physical form. Right? Like there are a lot of life coaches out there doing nothing with their lives. We've got something to give people. So you have to commit to every consumable that comes out unless you're like deathly intolerant, and even then like get a test done again, maybe you changed. And then you got to do every program. And that's just it. That's just it. You got to do it. And you can be honest about how much something sucks. My team doesn't dance, but we have like big dance budgets to Country Heat, and people love it because we look like idiots and it's funny and we laugh about it, but we're fit idiots. So that works. So you've got to get them to do it. They got to get the step. I'm sorry, the step's expensive. If you're a working coach, you have to get the step. The people watching you will see you on the step. They'll ask what you're doing. You're going to send them the Shanti video, and he's on the same step. That's going to tie you together. You have no excuses. You got to get the right step. Then you can tell them, oh, you know, does it look expensive? Yeah, I know. I'm on a budget too. Do you know what you can do? You can get the challenge pack without the step if you have an alternative at home. And now they feel like, I just saved money. So instead of saying, I'm not getting Shakeology, I'm not getting the performance line to save money, they're saying, I'm not getting the step and I'm saving money. And then you're telling them, please don't buy a $7 step because you're going to murder yourself. And the only last thing I would touch on is the story that your team weaves on social media is more important than even the program itself. So from this moment, start telling your team your story on social media. I will, for the next 6 weeks, speak about my needs and what this program is going to do for me. And that is, I'm going to pull away from scrolling and I'm going to get into my tracker app. I'll be more unplugged. I'm going to spend 20 minutes of my day sweating as hard as I can so that I can live my life. I'm going to deal with my anxiety better than I did this year. And I'm going to help other women remember that watching other people live their fake lives on social media is nothing compared to living their real lives when they put anxiety down. That's my story. And that's the narrative my social media is going to carry for 6 weeks. I'm going to guarantee you the women drawn to that don't care what program I'm doing. They can like ask me what I'm doing and I'll be like, oh, it's a hybrid of Body Beast with like hammer. And then we're going to take like 6 types of creatine. And they'll be like, that sounds like a terrible thing, but I'm going to do it because like this is the thing I want the results of. So urge your teams to get the step to do this program. To do this program on the Beachbody schedule, not their schedule. To start it with everybody. It's thousands of dollars in momentum generated, and you're just stupid to step out of that stream and be like, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm starting 80-day obsession right now. So that's not how you run a business. And then they need to figure out the story on their narrative so that the follow-ups don't fall flat because Shanti's not going to sell this. Their story will. That's all I got.
Okay, I'm sorry, I was writing down that little piece there, the follow the Beachbody rhythm, because I have coaches who are, well, I'm going to do a 3-day refresh and I'm going to start. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like the same, it's the people that are also running their own challenge group. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? There is a reason why this business has a first name, Team. That's the first name, Team Beachbody. So the more we align with corporate calendar, the more we are collaborative, the more we work together and go with that flow, the more success we all see. Rising tides lift all ships. So as we all start to see more success, we all start to see more success. And it's not that you have to go with the flow like a lemming. It's just, why would you get out of that rhythm when corporate has they've kind of got a helicopter view and they can see the patterns more long-term than we can. So if they're determining that this is a rhythm, it's because I don't know if it's a newsflash, but corporate actually wants us all to be very successful, really, really, really successful. So when they've got this rhythm going, it's because they've seen these patterns that this is the rhythm that sort of makes sense. And for us to decide, well, actually, no, I know more than Carl Deichler. I'm going to do my own thing. Like when you say that out loud, don't you feel kind of dumb when you say that?
And you spend millions of dollars in marketing. Yes. And you're going to be like, I'll share this in 6 months when I start doing this program.
Yes.
All right. So I don't know if there were any nuggets that you guys got from that. Any ideas from what was shared that, oh, there's notes or there's comments. I don't know when you said totally agree.
When she was talking about like when like a launch comes out and somebody's like, no, I'm going to do that like in 6 months. I'm not going to do it now. And when she was talking about all that, I was just like, duh, do the program that's coming out.
Yeah.
Instead of like doing your own thing or whatever. So.
Especially this one. Let's see. 3 C's. Yes. It's good to hear from other teams. Just that, I mean, it's funny because how the first 2 were different than the last girl who obviously is tough love. That she doesn't like the FOMO thing where other teams are all about FOMO, fear of missing out sort of thing. So it's just kind of interesting to hear how different teams run their launches and stuff. So what else? I like, and I'm trying to get people to sign up to be in the test group. Because why wouldn't you want to be in the test group? So I'm trying to do that. Like she said, sign majority of the people up as coaches for a number of reasons. I mean, discount the accountability part of it, of being a coach in the test group. Going through different things. Yes. So those are good. And if you guys want, I mean, I've not done the units and stuff like that. I know that Melissa Hudgens in Fit Legacy was going to create, and I think she actually did create a Snoop group for this program. So if you do want to add people to that and utilize it instead of creating more like multiple groups, you want to do that, then feel free, obviously. Let's see, what else? Any other ideas? Any comments? Questions? It scares me. He does, but gosh, I'm just thinking, again, 20 minutes, and then I just love short workouts. It's just so much more easy to get your mind, okay, this is going to be hard, but it's going to be 20 minutes. Even today with T25, I was like, 25 minutes. And I'm thinking, okay, when the other one comes out, it's going to be 20 minutes. So, yeah. Yeah. So I'm excited about the results that we're all going to get, too. I've just looked rough the past few Oh, I tried to be cute last night when I went out with Orion and Jeanette. I had a little braid in my hair. You can't tell, but I tried to be cute. And today, Paul's like, nah, I haven't washed it. And he's like, what's going on, Pocahontas? It's like, shut up. Oh, man. What else, you guys? I know the planner. Yeah, Super Saturday. When is that? Do we know?
The 12th.
Oh, that's right. Your daughter's birthday.
Yeah, I can't go. She'd kick my butt.
Brooke, I think we're at the same location again. So that'll be fun. Super Saturday. What else, y'all? It's an exciting time. It's so crazy that it's like the holidays, and I've had a few objections because of the holidays, because they're like, don't want to spend any money because of the holidays. But then there's some people that are like, just take my money. Like, just take it. When can you take it? It's 20 minutes. Where do I sign? I don't care. So we need to get that group like big and huge and explosion in that group for sure. Because I think that in the past ones we've done with 80 Obsession, LeFort, and then even Shift Shop, just us doing it as a team, there seems to be so much momentum. There's so much, positivity and stuff in the groups. And I think with this one, it's just going to be like overload with all of that. So this is a perfect time to get people results, get them on board with us, and then maybe eventually get them coaching if they don't sign up as a coach. But anyway, what else? Like I'm missing something. No? All right. If that's all, y'all, I'm going to take our sneak peek Sunday. Yeah, we'll have one Sunday. We did not have one last week because they haven't been too crazy busy. So instead of doing them every week like we're doing them, I've just kind of been doing every other week because they haven't had too many people. But yeah, I'll create a group or an event for this coming a dance party. A dance tomorrow, not dance party. Sorry. That's funny. I don't know where I got dance party from. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Usually do them on Thursday or create it on Thursday. But this will be a good time too, and we can kind of promote the the advantage of becoming a coach through T20 and being in the test group and all that. Cool. Anything else? I'm wearing my Max 30 shirt. Kind of get the feel of Shanti. All right, you ladies. Let's get a picture on 3. 1, 2. Oh, I'll wait. I'm broke. On 3. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. All right. Love you, ladies. Have a great rest of the week and go kill it. We've got lots of lives to change and amazing business to grow. So I'm excited for what's to come. But all right. Have a good rest of the night.